It's going to be a quick tutorial on Mullican's intro to Good Time's Gonna Roll Again. Bit of a forgotten pianist. You don't hear about him a lot anymore. I've actually heard of him because he was a bit of an inspiration to Jerry Lee Lewis and a lot of other musicians. And that was sort of his style. It's pretty recognizable because, again, it was very influential, very influenced by the times, but right, that's sort of what this is going to end up sounding like. So you're gonna, he did it up here, but I'm just for ease of learning, I'm going to put it right down here. You're going to start with a C and an E, then you're going to go up to a D and an F, then the sharps of both of those notes, then an E and a G. Then I would recommend actually switching fingers, right? Because you might be using these two, you might be using these two. It depends on how big your hands are. And then I would recommend actually going like this. I use a middle and a pinky, and there you are right on an F and an A. And just a quick jump up to that F and A. Very easy. And then just turn that right back around and go all the way back down. Your sharps, your D and your F, and your C and your E. But you're going to hit that C and E twice, so you're going to get... doo-doo. Right? So then what's going to happen right after that is your right hand's going to jump all the way up here. Right to that A. So I would play it with my thumb because you're going to need these two fingers in a second. So right? So you've got this A, B flat, B, and then you're going to play a C and an E, one octave higher. But now I would recommend doing it with your middle finger and your pinky again, because right after that you're going all the way down. You're going. So there's what you're going to do, right? A, B flat, B, C and an E, B flat and a D, F and a C, G and an A sharp or a B flat, F and an A. And then I would trill those notes if you wanted to sort of make it a little more interesting. And then you can also go like this. So you're on those two notes. Make it a little more interesting. Go right back up a little bit. Right, so there's your F and an A, G and a B flat, G sharp and a B, and then trill those two right there, your C and your A. Add a little slur there too. I like to. You don't have to, but you can do one note, just the slur with the A flat, or you can even add a G and A flat and right into that trill. Ooh, that sounds nice, you know? But there is one more complication to this. If you listen to his recording, you can almost hear this going on. He's actually doing that. Now, he may have had bigger hands than me. I have to start on that E right there. So I call those pendulum notes. Again, you'll notice I don't really know the correct terms for all these different types of movements, but that's an octave essentially. You're playing these two notes, and you're using that bottom hand as a little pendulum. You just swing. You're doing the exact same thing in the right hand, but you're adding your thumb in there. Now, if your hands are big enough, you might be able to just play just that C the whole time. But I actually think not only is it easier for me, but it sounds a little better if you have a little bit of that note change going on. So you're almost walking down. So it's just your in between. E and your first combination of notes there. D and your second combination of notes there. C and your last. So there you go. You're just adding that as a little accent in between. You can take it out in the last, you can take it out wherever you want, you don't have to do it at all. Or again, always lots of options with stuff like this. This is honky tonk. You know, he probably didn't have, you know, a very lovely set of notes with exactly what I'm going to play. Maybe he did, but people tended to improvise a lot with this kind of music. Now, in your left hand, it's pretty easy. I'm no left hand great, so that's all you really need to do. You know, you got your C, an E and a G, then a G, and go right back up there. It's the same idea as the pendulum, but now you're switching in between. And again, don't take finger placement lessons for me. If you know where to put your fingers, I would recommend sticking with that. But those are the notes you can play. If you're really good at it, you can sort of jump down and do some of this. Right? But you're going to have to jump around in a second, so I'll show you how that's going to work. If you really slow that down, what's going to end up going on is this. You can see even me missing the notes there. So what you have is almost this harmonization coming together to that F. It's all coming right to this chord right here, but you're coming there from sort of this. So while you're coming down in your right hand, you want your left hand to be coming up with you, so it's going. So you notice as I was going, my left hand went. Right now, if you find that easier, you can use the actual correct fingers, but I'm just going off of what I've watched few too many Mickey Gilley and Jerry Lee Lewis videos. They always did that. I don't think that's correct placement of your hands there. But essentially, that note is going to accord lovely with that. And then once you hit your A and your C there, you're going to want to be on a D in the left hand. And then that's going to come very nicely together. You're on your G and your B flat in the right hand, and an E in the left hand. And that's going to resolve beautifully. It's like the end of Amazing Grace. Right there. Listen to that. So if you put it all together, the easier way would be again, that's how you lead into this song. You sort of go, you just do the same thing again. But the harder way, and I might screw it up right now, is right, and then you go into the song. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's the whole idea of the song is pretty much the same. Good times gonna roll again, troubles on the run. Happy smiles gonna smile again, join in the fun. Good times gonna roll again, just you wait and see. Good times gonna roll again in sunny Tennessee. So it's a pretty easy song, lots of room for improvisation. You could go boogie woogie. You know, you could go sort of slower. Really easy song, but I love that intro. So and I'll show you what it sounds like in a higher register here, just so you can hear a little closer to what it originally sounded like is. And there's a lovely sort of little missing piece in that original recording. It's sort of a blurry recording, but you can hear the steel guitar in there, and it sort of does that. So I recommend, if you got a set of drums and a steel guitar, ask them to go along with you in that.